Hello everybody, Jayberino here, and welcome back. We're continuing UEDAIP. We're on the last two missions of the Vanilla Zerg campaign, and I suspect, from what I've heard from the testers, this is when things get really difficult, but I imagine also pretty fun. So we're on the invasion of Aiur. The UEDAIP description is grand macro map with emphasis on moving between bases. The player can deploy allies after destroying some of the enemy fortifications, and use a teleporter to move units between parts of the map. Various Protoss tribe mechanics used. I'm not 100% on this, but I think that when it says tribe mechanics, that means that the different Protoss sub-factions might have a little bonus, similar to how the different Zerg factions have their own little personalities, like the Blue Zerg send huge attack waves, but they also sometimes kill each other. The White Zerg need to be fed sometimes. Red Zerg, Dagoth Brood gets the Hunter Killers and the fast regenning Sunken Colonies, that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure what the different Protoss mechanics are, though. I suppose maybe we'll see. We'll try to observe some. I'm a little nervous. This one might take a while. We'll see. Let's get started. Send me in.
Do with my minions as you will, Cerebrate. They will serve you unquestionably. Go now, and bring swift wrath to all who would oppose the swarm.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at the amount of workers we got. This is the dream to get started, I suppose. We have no combat units, though. So that's a problem. Well, we have Gorgers, but these can only attack air. So we need to basically get our spawning pool and colonies up as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Good amount of resources available to us as well. Wait, Pioneer Hatchery. Destroy enemy bases to deploy more broods. Well, that's exciting. Okay, immediately spawning pool, please. And then let's get, like, a sunken colony out somewhere. Right there is fine. Oh. Oh. Help? Dude, the Dragoons attack so fast now. We did it. We're alive. Waiting on that sunken colony. Oh, we're waiting on the spawning pool. Oh my gosh. No. Get over there. We gotta pull all the boys. We gotta do it. Dude, they're in a great spot though. They're surrounded. They're around the... There we go. Get back to work. I just need a sunken colony. By the way, we're the red faction. Does that mean we're technically Dagoth? Not that we're Dagoth. He said, do with my minions as you will. Sunken colony me? I guess this has been an okay start, so let's get moving here. Get a sunken colony out. Let's get a few sunken colonies out. So what's up with these hatcheries? They're only 200, and they're named something else. Pioneer Hatchery. Way less HP, I notice. Let's start getting some upgrades. Pioneer Hatchery. Interesting. Okay, well, we have these Gorgers for anti-air to get started, at least, but for now, let's just make a bunch of sunken colonies. That will hopefully keep us alive for now. For now. I don't know how many sunken colonies we realistically should make, but... Keep making drones. We have a ton of gas in the bank, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's get our Hydra Den soon. Let's just start getting upgrades. Okay, I feel safe. I feel safer in general at this point. I really just want to get my Hydra Den out, so let's do that. Okay, yeah, I have no way to... Wait a minute. Oh, it's what I said earlier. We have the fancy sunken colonies. Oh my gosh, that's huge. So our sunken colonies are super. They have the super regen. Wow. Okay, that changes a lot. Well, it changes stuff. I don't know in terms of like a lot how much it changes, but like it makes our defense a lot more self-sufficient. Oh my goodness. Give me a lair. Get that Hydralisk Den out, and, yo! We can make Hunter Killers. Okay, let's get gas going here soon. Just get this all saturated. So we can rely pretty heavily on the fact that we started with 3 Gorgers for anti-air, and then we get super sunken colonies. They can obviously get overwhelmed. Why are these areas of the map revealed to me? Is that the bonus objective that had mentioned? Must be able to morph drones or command a drone, destroy enemy bases to deploy more broods. Maybe this is where our allies would show up, or maybe this is just... I don't know. We've had areas in the past where it just, like, casually shows us, you know, parts of the map. Let's make a lair here. Get more drones and get this saturated. What do I need more vest? Oh, let's get a second Hydra Den, because then we can build the Hunter Killers straight from the Hydra Dens. At least that's my understanding for how they work. Okay, that's less good. We need to start getting some units out just to get on top of that. Let's get some Hydras. They did kind of a cheeky runaround of my units here. Don't hit my drones. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Again, look how self-sufficient this is. We need to get more colonies along the bottom here, though. Put them in the trees. They're less likely to get hit, right? I'm really excited about my tech tree advantages here. And we can also get those impalers. Very expensive, but it's something that we can do. I wanted to set up some spore colonies along the outskirts, but frankly, we just need sunken colony coverage, and we're good. Let's start getting Hunter Killers. It's U for the hotkey, because those also get that regen. Can we improve the regen with the tissue mending? That's just for, I think, burrowed unit regen. I don't think we'll need that, honestly. Well, in this case, I think we should absolutely just focus on our Hydralisk upgrades, because then we can go Hunter Killers and then just focus on using those. I don't think I have the necessary income right now to get aggressive. As much as I think it would be valuable to be aggressive right now. Maybe let's, like, scout around the outside of our base. Keep making these. Hotkey here as well. And we're going to start needing some Overlords. Getting +2 there. We're going to need a Queen's Nest. How much does that cost? $250. Ugh. I want to mix in a couple spore colonies. Again, this is a lot of minerals, I think, at this point. But it'll absolutely be worth it to have this amount of defense along the outskirts. We could probably want to throw a colony around the very left as well, just in case. I think trees... I don't know if it's only units or if it's buildings as well, where it adds a mischance. So we want to, you know, focus on that, I suppose. Queen's Nest was, what, 250? Yeah, 250. Our gas income is popping off at this point, so I just need to... Getting up to a fast hive and then, like, teching up quickly seems like the right choice, honestly, here. I think so, at least. No. You're a spore colony. Now I'm going to get another spore colony in the back here as well. Looks like white coming in here. Help us out. Let's not get storm. Let's just keep an eye out for storms. Yeah, this is, again, you don't really lose any money for defending. That's, oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Impalers are also really good, and I have a lot of gas, so I actually think I'll want to do that soon. Get in here. You guys attack the carrier. You guys just attack like normal. I don't want to lose these. They're valuable. These are very good anti-air. They're just really slow. What are you? Protoss Escort. Looks like they have a pretty powerful anti-ground. Okay, this is definitely no joke so far. I made 2 layers. Oops. We're waiting on Queen's Nest right now. Let's go Impaler and more of these. What I don't... Okay, they can survive one Reaver shot, but not 2 in a row. That's huge, because I was going to say they can get burst down, so we have to be cognizant of that. And I'm just going to need to make stuff to help us survive some of these onslaughts. Anti-air is going to be our main issue over time, so let's get a Spire as well, and then start our Hive. We can't afford the Spire, but I want to get to Gorgers. Get more Gorgers, and then get +1, 2, 3 for them. I'm going to save. I think this has been a decent start. I guess we'll cycle. Doesn't hurt to cycle. Getting those upgrades, get more Hunter Killers. Sure, start melee attacks. And again, I'm a little spooked, to be honest. I love our defensive capabilities. Except anti-air. So if I move out, I need to make sure that I leave some Hydras at home. And we have a lot of gas. I think we just go ahead and slam out a few Impalers here. And we can attack with those if we're diligent enough. Like to keep these Gorgers alive. We're waiting on the Hive. Spore Colony. Okay, so you all get hotkeyed. One thing I would love to do is get some Overlords. And get Adrenal Glands ASAP. That's 200, 200. Very expensive, but it'll be worth it. You guys just go ahead and... I just saved. I want to move these out and see if maybe I can just put them, like, further out. It depends on how much vision the Protoss move out with. But if we can use these to start pecking away at units that are out here, like this... Spore Colony me. Overlords. Adrenal Glands. Our Zerglings are 0-2, I think, which is not great. Missile attacks for the Hunter Killers, also really important. Honestly, the faster we can get up to 3-3 for these, the better. Let's inch. You can see me. It's a bunch of gas down the drain. Hunter Killer. Hunter Killer. Again, I want to make sure that we leave stuff at home, because some of these attacks are kind of scary. Okay, they definitely have detection here, so that these poor Impalers are confused. Okay, I'm going to take this group and start kind of tentatively moving up there. Spending our money to continue pushing. You back up.
All forces are under attack.
It seems relatively successful. Got the range on those things as well. Carapace, very expensive, absolutely worth it. Let's leave this group of Hydras over here for now. You guys stay up here, just for now. Again, I have to make sure that this all stays, like, secure.
All forces are under attack.
Let's go Greater Spire so that we can get some Gorgers out. I could also start making Mutas. Thanks, I hate it. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. The carrier does enough DPS that it can kill my Hydra, or my Hunter Killers. No, I said move! You fools. Alright, that was a waste. That was just, we were slightly out of position. Okay. Trying to double-click the Hunter Killers. Should use control-click, as people have pointed out. Absolutely would be smart.
All forces are under attack.
Okay, Zerglings and Zerglings. Let's keep pushing. Darn it, I thought I would avoid that shot. Dude, just non-stop hunter-killer production seems like the answer. Let's take this group and move them in. Let's take the Impalers. They're not doing anything. Let's get them over here and move them in. Okay, great. There's also usually another base you can take kind of in this area. Pretty large attack. This is partially why I left stuff at home, knowing that this would be a perpetual issue. Flyer attacks. Let's get some overlords. Okay, let's move over here. I'd like to get to that base in the right, to the right, because that supposedly will help me do something. Get another ally set up, maybe. Keep pushing. Let's get some overlords out here as well, so that we can check for observers and protect our impalers. Okay, melee attacks. Again, we're just going to make sure we leave some stuff at home at all times. An Ultralisk Cavern would be great. I think I'll even get a second Spire. Never mind, can't afford it. We have to consider moving out here soon and getting another base. Well, I see multiple other bases that we can take, like this one right here. I'd like to get over to that area that appears to be revealed to me on the map as well.
Our forces are under attack.
Beacon? Casual beacon? I've got to know. Oh, it's a teleporter. That's the... Okay. How long does it take to recharge? This was in the description for what the teleporter is. Okay, let's rally here and just keep making Zerglings for now. I'm going to keep these units right there. How is this going? Again, anti-air, as mentioned. As expected, I should say. What's going on over here? Well, this is the area that appears to be... Like, we can see it, I should say. Like, we can see parts of the map here. Get me a drone over here to set this up. Cheap hatchery, and then that's still researching away. Let's get that really expensive Ultralisk thing. I'm inclined to just chill for a moment and secure the ground that I've got. I could take this base too, actually, if I wanted to. Nope, never mind. Okay, okay. This is huge. So we have an ally in like a really strange part of the map, but an ally nonetheless. That's big. Upgrades. My brain's trying to fire on all cylinders. I don't know if it's quite making it. I haven't killed Teal yet. Again, I need to take some time to kind of focus on one thing at a time here. Let's move these hunter killers over here. Now I can get the second Spire. Okay, I'm going to get more Impalers as well. Ow. Oh my gosh, these hunter killers. Storm will kill him, though. Storm's going to kill him. Gotta move out of those. Let's inch forward here at least. Okay, and then 4, 5, 6. Let's drone this up. No! What a waste! Oh, those are expensive. I'm just gonna leave these units here and make sure that that blue can actually like get set up. We know that blue is a really strong, very strong fellow. Let's start getting mutas. Hunter killers. +3 soon enough. We're getting mined out here. Feels like we have a very mild reprieve. And again, we've got this over here, which is supposedly another ally. So the sooner we can get that, the better. I have a lot of gas. I'm gonna make guardians for now. We'll bring them up. And then you guys, how much are Gorgers? Actually, very cheap. That's good. Again, they're also very slow. My goal, like I had said, is basically just allow blue to get properly set up. And self-sufficient. But we could start attacking and sort of gutting the other enemies here, which is really intriguing. I'm just going to get like one sunken colony. We know that they're incredibly self-sufficient. Carapace and regen. +3. Overlord antenna would be good. We kind of penned them in here. They can't do anything. I'm going to go ahead and move these units up. Make it, like, we're going to leave a group of Hydras and Hunter Killers at home at all time, though, in case we get hit with a very large air attack. And speaking of that, I'm going to get a Defiler mount so I can Dark Swarm and defend myself with said Hunter Killers and Hydralisks if necessary. Get around to Overlords. Money's coming in real nice now. And then I'm going to take my units and we could take out Teal, but I also want to come over here and try and take that out as soon as possible. No, let him go. Just let him turn around. Blue, don't... There's no reason you need to let yourself get baited into that. I don't know why they turned around, but I'm fine with that. Okay, changing some rally points here. And I'm going to save. I just spent a lot of time doing what kind of seems like nothing, unfortunately. I think I need to maybe focus up a bit more on... Let's go microsynaptic node, or whatever it's called. Gorger's very good against the Hornets. That's what I thought. Okay. I'll even send the Guardians in. Broodlings, join the squad. So carriers definitely have enough to stop us. What? I started Defilers and then it just canceled them instantly. I didn't hit escape. I promise you I didn't do that. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna inch forward with these. Push through Teal now. Move on in. Okay, start Carapace there. We have this base now, so let's take this. Come on down, help me out. Why are they... I need one Defiler at home for Dark Swarm. See how they're storming themselves? Is that intentional? I don't understand. So white's annoying because they'll just circumvent us forever. Tempting to reload on that one. Again, they'll hit us from like random odd directions. You know, I don't really want to reload. I think just send some units back. We're losing a lot here carelessly, but let's also grab Burrow. We can resaturate this. Make this a lair, because at least we get more HP from it. Hit this, please. At least hatcheries are cheaper and easier to build. And there's not that much income left here, so honestly, at the end of the day, this wasn't a huge deal. Let's get chitinous as well. Okay, just make a bunch of hunter killers for home. We don't have enough anti-air. You know what? I am going to reload. Shit, when was the last time we saved, though? What I can do is, like, save here, and then load the previous one. This wasn't that long ago, honestly. I'm comfortable with this. I'm just going to go ahead and just make sure that... Again, it kind of has to do with the... I've talked about this before, and I hate to harp on this, but there's a randomness to the direction that the enemies attack you in. And, you know, I'm constantly trying to account for that. Anti-air is absolutely going to continue being our main thing, so I think we want to go Gorgers. And I'm going to wait for those really large attacks to just smash into us before we worry about pushing forward and taking Cyan's base. Blue also, you know, getting set up, doing their thing. Might not have what it takes to kill this single carrier. Hopefully they do. I can also send some units, you know, other units up to defend them. Okay, we forced them to recall. That's all I can ask for. I really want this. Again, apparently that's going to give us another base, from what I can tell. You don't need to go. You don't need to go. Overlord me. Gorger me. And then get these guys down here. Yeah, they're not using that offensively, so it must heal them or something. I don't know. Well, I mean, StarCraft 1 pathing makes it so that there's really no way that you can actually get out of the storm. You just can't. Okay, we managed to survive that. I'm going to send some Gorgers over here. I'm going to keep making Hydras. Making Hunter Killers for at home. Grab Metasynaptic Node. Or whatever goofy name I called it previously. Oh yeah, they kill their own stuff randomly. Wacky. Okay, you guys go back through the teleporter. The teleporter requiring recharge is not a big deal, but it is mildly irritating. Let's get vision for these guys. It seemed like purple got really aggressive once we killed their... once we destroyed their nexus. Once we destroyed this nexus, I should say. So maybe it would be better to not destroy it? Like, can we go around it and get whatever ally we'd get here before we actually wipe that out? I don't know if that's really even possible, but that might be the smartest thing to do. And then with all these drones, we could just set up a bunch of extra colonies. Impalers also benefit more from upgrades and such. No, here comes purple, seemingly. They came with that large air attack, though, which was the problem. Dude, yeah, these things are the way to go because they have +4 base armor. That's crazy. Crazy wild. Okay, now save. And we're going to start pushing. Down here. Don't chase, though. That's the only issue with Gorgers and Defilers and Corsairs and all that. Okay, white choosing to attack here. Let's move up. Ow. That's just going to be a constant thorn in our side. There's really no way that we can avoid our hunter killers getting roasted from that, just because the way the pathing in this game works makes it very, very hard to move anything out of the, you know, the kill zone. Okay. You know what? This is my chance. Let's head over here. Oh my gosh. Was I too slow? So I feel like I was probably too slow now. Blue's been putting pressure on white down there, I think. Okay, you guys need to stay. Send you guys back to the middle. Save now, because we just went through that. Yo! Okay. That's big. Let's try and take this. Let's bring over a bunch of drones and set up some colonies. We gotta protect yellow.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, God. So wasteful, you know? Get him, drones. Drone, no! Okay, move these guys up. We need to stabilize and give yellow some time to get situated. Once they're situated, we should be okay. Not okay, but, you know, in better shape. Move up. Move up. Move up. Yep, anti-air for sure. Has to be our long-term thing. Move up. Move up. Move up. On getting, yeah, again, letting yellow get set up. Blue continues to just be poking and prodding at white, which is fantastic. I also could send stuff through here and attack white. Purple seems to be our main antagonist at this point. I'm gonna get 1 Defiler. And the last upgrade is to get +3 Air Carapace. I think let's just go ahead and grab that and then go from here. Getting that high ground stuff will be good too. As long as blue can kill... I mean, we might have to send stuff through to help him. Can I send Gorgers through the teleporter? Because that would be good. Okay, Defiler. Get hotkeyed, my friend. Keep stockpiling gas. You're throwing your lives away. You're throwing your lives away. Just back up for now, please.
Our forces are under attack.
Almost enough energy. No, we don't need it anymore, though. Hey, nice drop. Okay, they're trying to get around me. Wow, this is a mess. Oh my gosh. Okay, yellow's starting to like move around the map and do some stuff. That's important. We'll have to start getting some Ultralisks out now. Ah, that's rough. What can I really do? Again, you could try to avoid it, but it's actually quite difficult to. We can protect our spore colonies from Reavers by putting the fancy sunken colonies in front of them. You know what? We've got gas. I'm going to just make a bunch of impalers for anti-air, or anti-ground, rather.
Require more minerals.
Okay, sunken, broodling. Welcome to the squad.
The hive cluster is under attack. Require more minerals.
You guys just hit the carriers. My gosh, it takes forever. It takes forever to kill anything here. These drones that are left behind will just use you to build more defense. How? Where? How? How? Just how? For real, how? It's unbelievable. That's just deeply stupid. I don't know what else to say. How can I not be frustrated by this? It's just dumb. Where? How? It's already overwhelming, but like, what? Just like, where did they even come from? I don't understand. Blue's been struggling with this carrier for like seemingly 8 to 10 years. Maybe one day they'll get it. I just need to resaturate this, and, okay, yellow send an air. I like this. Air is what we can use.
Our forces are under attack.
Let's get this saturated. I don't feel comfortable making any sort of move at this point, though. That's the thing. Defiler, come on down. I guess we'll leave some impalers here. That's all we've ever needed to do. So which direction? I think to the right would make the most sense. It would also protect yellow more if we took out purple on the right than purple to the left. Ultra me. Ultra Zerglings, and then if we move in with our Gorgers, then we should be able to defend ourselves. I need to be remaking Hunter Killers as well. Is this the carrier that my ally was constantly struggling with? My ally might be dead down there. I see purple in the middle. Okay, I think we're going to have to reload and leave units down to help him, unfortunately. I really thought he would be self-sufficient down there, but he's just dead. That's a big bummer. Alternatively, again, we could try to just use this to our advantage and go and attack. No, I can't leave him to rot. I can't do it. We'll load. It was a while ago. It was a while ago. You know what I can do is, yeah, I'm going to make... Number one, continue making a bunch of Impalers. And then we'll send some down to help them as well. So you guys come on over here. We'll send like 3 or 4 Impalers down to just sit with blue to ensure they don't die. And then we need to secure this area. Okay. That should help. Meanwhile, I guess I'll even send some drones over to build them some spore colonies. That's all I can really think to do. They're okay for now. Again, we need to also allow yellow to get set up. We also know that this base gets wiped. I guess what I can do is make a cut, because we've kind of been through all of this already. It seems like by setting up a buildings down here, it is actually like causing them to attack us attack this base more ferociously. They have 3 hatcheries, so they should be able to rebuild stuff at a reasonable rate. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're dead. They're dead. Like what can they honestly do about that? White moving in. Again, I set up all these colonies for blue, and I hope that they can defend themselves in some way. We don't have to let them live, but preferably they will live. Let's go ahead and send units. Guardians. Okay, go ahead and send units up here to take out this area so that yellow can come in and start getting set up.
Our forces are under attack.
Get him, Broodling. Again, I'd hope my sunken colonies would be able to ensure that their survival, but it's not looking great. It's another reason why we gotta get yellow set up as soon as possible. Yeah, we need a lot of Gorgers, and we need to have them spread out along the map. I mean, the thing, too, is I am spending my money almost as fast as I can get it. So it's not... Oh, God. So it's not like... Somehow, there's like a... there's like a more effective way to win this. Oh, my God. Again, it's luck. I can't stop purple from going that way and hitting bottom left. And I can't get units down there in any meaningful way to stop this. This is way too much, especially because this ally's out of the way. Maybe I made a mistake by attacking them as early as I did. Okay, I have retaken the middle, and I set up a bunch of colonies for blue. I don't think it's enough. What I would love to do is build Gorgers and send them down to help blue, because I've been at this for a while, like a long while, and blue tends to be getting wiped a lot. Let's see if we can send air units through the teleporter. Because if we can do that, then if we can save blue from this, then we can start an offensive on purple. That's my plan, at least. Stay clumped up. Nope, you can't. Okay. It was too good to be true. Well, they might be kind of alive for now, at least. I'm just going to go ahead and just make a bunch of Zerglings to sort of lead the charge. We'll try and mix in some Ultralisks. And I would love to send more to help defend blue. Again, they're struggling with one carrier. I really hoped I could send units through the teleporter, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. Air units through the teleporter. Again, I can't stress enough how I have been at this for a very long time. And this is consistently what is happening. Purple will attack down here with a huge air force, and I can't reinforce them with anything because I can't send units. I can send Gorgers through the teleporter, which is really one of the only things that would help them. I maybe could get a Defiler down there with Hunter Killers as well. I really want to start trying to attack purple, though, if possible. So I'm going to move these Impalers forward.
Our forces are under attack.
To at least start attacking stuff. We have a lot of Gorgers, which I think is going to be necessary. I have another group of Ultralisks coming up, too. I could just sacrifice blue. I don't want to, that's the thing. I have a save from right before this where I could probably get enough units through the teleporter to come and help. If we can repel this and keep blue alive, that would be cool. I also don't have enough units at home to deal with this. You know, honestly, Mutalisks are seeming a lot better as time goes on. I think I would really... Because the reason that Mutalisks could be okay is because they are just so mobile, and that's really what we need.
The hive cluster is under attack.
I don't know where those Reavers went, but if they're gone, then that's fine. I gotta keep moving forward. We got a pretty nice force here. Let's try and get the Impalers into the front where they can start attacking buildings and covering us from reinforcing units.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, this is still happening. I think we might just need a couple Hunter Killers to protect against that. Oh, you know what? I can just... Well, no, I can't switch the colony type because that'll take away the regeneration that's keeping that in like a holding pattern. Okay, let's move on up. Let's get these Impalers deep into the base so that they can keep gutting it while my other units cover me from this constant slew of reinforcing units. I think the extra Gorgers were really the right choice. Again, we did this at the cost of blue, and I think maybe that's just how it's got to be. Absolutely worth it. Again, we lost our back door into white, though. Oh, I never actually got yellow onto the map. We really need to do that, too. Forgot about that in this playthrough. Again, I've reloaded a bunch of times, and at this point, I've just accepted that there's just no way, I think, to save blue. But it's just sort of random based on where they choose to go. Sometimes they'll attack my main base, and sometimes they'll end up somewhere else. And I can handle it. It's just all different. It all changes based on the attempt. And I haven't been able to get anything to consistently work. So I've decided to just start recording again and see if we can make it happen. Hopefully purple gives up on this area, considering we have taken out all of their buildings as of now. So I'm going to go ahead and send these units back to the middle. And I would love the opportunity to go ahead and continue attacking purple on the other side. Ow. That really can give us what we need. Let's get these down here and attack that. Do the same thing, kind of move into position here. Burrow. Kill that thing before he storms. Ultralisks actually have been really, really good. Really, really helpful, I should say. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do that. You can handle that yourself. Blue has one unit still alive somewhere. He has one Overlord, so Blue is technically not out yet. Thank God they can't use the teleporter, even though it's technically theirs, but let's save. I made a new safety because I've been cycling so much that I just don't, I don't know which ones are which anymore, and I need to hang on to all of them to try to maximize the time that I'm spending here. Again, I reorganized a little bit of my schedule because I really want to try to complete this today, but it's very difficult, obviously. So, what can I say? Spore and Spore. That should be fine. Okay. Yeah, I just safety saved. Let's go and see if we can finish up purple. Taking purple out completely would be a massive boon for us if we can do it. Seemingly, we've gotten rid of a lot of their anti-air capabilities, or their air capabilities in general, so these, no, they still have a lot of air. Okay, Burrow here. Get up there and hit the carrier.
Our forces are under attack.
Guardians. A lot of Overlords ended up over here. That's perfectly fine. And we're going to build Zerglings to help follow up. Purple must have more production somewhere in all of this, because it seems like they have units coming up from behind. Let's clear up purple, and then we can go and get yellow into the fight. And try and start dealing some damage to white. That's my plan, at least. Here goes white with one of their, like, huge, weird circumventing attacks, so I gotta start building stuff in advance. I don't know what footage I will have kept in at this point or not, so when I say big, weird circumventing attacks, you might not know what I mean, but they tend to load up shuttles, and then they'll do, like, massive drops like this. Ow. Oh, that's right, they turn into Scourge when they die. That's cool. Ignore that stuff up top. Just destroy the Nexus, please. Gorgers come on over here and cover us. Okay, big stuff. Let's go ahead and rally back in the middle. That white attack never fully materialized. I'm actually at the point where I think I'm going to just try to wipe the whole map. I think it would actually be faster to do that than try and defend the crystal. As usual, being really aggressive seems to win the day here. I'm very pleased that trying to kill purple has worked, but I also am kind of on the back foot here in terms of I now need to, resaturate everything and try and make sure that I get my gas income back up to snuff. This is infuriating. Get over here, please. Oh, wait, you know what? Let's go and get white. Not white. Yellow.
Our forces are under attack.
As expected. Yo, big storm dodge. Big stasis as well.
Our forces are under attack.
It's so hard to dodge that. Got the vomiting arbiter.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, yellow's out. Let's pivot back to the middle. And again, I think white is our only opponent left, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It really just depends on, again, where they choose to attack. It's sad that they both hit blue at that same time. And I'm almost tempted, now that I know that this works... That's a well-placed hatchery, my friend. Now that I know this works, to try to... change up my strategy and go back and reload. Again, I've tried multiple times though, so it's silly of me to try to get hopeful about it. It's not possible. I've tried so many times, but I could try to restart the whole level, but that would just be like actual insanity. But again, at this point, I don't know what footage I'll keep in and what footage will get booted out. Wow, and I thought I had enough stuff up here. We got a pivot. I guess we should probably Nidus Canal between these two areas.
All forces are under attack.
Okay, and then first thing I'll do is set up a bunch of colonies. Okay, good. That high ground stuff is gone. Yellow's getting into the fight. Yeah, very difficult. It really just depends on where white chooses to go, as I've said so many times. I don't know I don't know what else to do. Keep hunter killers queued up, and then let's start slamming out units, because now we can afford a nice bundle of them. Not gas, though. Spore. Sunken Spore. You don't need as many Sunkens, thankfully. That is a blessing, just because they have that survivability, and we can use them to help us. These high ground things up here are interesting. I could try to move forward and take the crystal without actually killing white. I actually think killing white, though, would be the most advantageous thing to do, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, and let's get a big old round of drones right here. Never got that +3. Again, I've replayed this so many times that I don't know what I've completed and what I haven't, in terms of upgrades and stuff. All quiet at this moment. All sort of quiet for now. This group of Gorgers, I think, is doing the Lord's work at this point.
Our forces are under attack.
We need to be able to pivot around. Okay. And again, I'm spending my money as I get it. I really am. I don't know what to do differently anymore. It's just, you know, where my army is, like where I place it, and what I do with it. That's the thing. Like, from the central area, I can pivot around a bunch. Let's just let yellow scout out this central area for us. Hunter killers. Okay, and then we'll hotkey this as well. I've got Mutas coming in because I'm going to make some more Guardians, though I can't really afford them yet. I need to get this base saturated as well. What I'm going to do is just take a big chunk of units and leave them over here, just in case, because I need this income very badly. Actually, it's tempting to maybe make another... make another hatchery just to get a little bit better mining opportunities on that side. This is really close to white, so I don't know. You know what? You all just come on down here. We need a Filer down here. And like, yeah, the spores are really good. They're really, really good. But what's not good? I'm sorry, the Sunkens are really good, but what's not good are spores. So like having anti-air that can actually like do stuff on this map is pretty tricky. What it looks like white, yeah, white's dropping a bunch of stuff over there. Pivot. Oh, God. They must be immune from self-damage there. They have to be. Oh my God. This is... This is intolerable. Get down here. Oh yeah, they got a bunch of stuff going up there. They're trying to rally up there because they're all going in at once. Gotta go around. On the plus side, I think we forced them to use a lot of their... Oh, they're so slow. We forced them to use a lot of their, their storms before they got to us. So the result is now we've got this stuff, and it's all set up and hunky-dory. We've got income coming in. So I think this might be our cue to try to attack. I've been very hesitant this whole map, and I think that's been to my detriment. I'm not attacking as much as I could. Okay, now come back to the middle. Now come back to the middle. I still want to use Guardians to destroy that center section. By center section, I mean that cyan stuff that's up there. I'm gonna go ahead and start attacking into white. I don't know where their main power base is, but we've got to just like start moving in a direction. It's got to happen. We got a lot of stuff. We just have to figure out where the main action is happening and then concentrate our Gorgers there as well. It's like get the Gorgers in on the Arbiter. Is it dead or did it recall out? I don't know. Okay. Guardians can finally clear this out so that we can stop maybe white from getting to us as easily. It's a lot of carriers, but I think they don't have interceptors. Dude, that's massive. Now, if only yellow would actually consider doing something real, that would be big. Dude, look at that. We set up the defenses. Get that saturated. A white nexus is destroyed. Get everybody down here. Because, again, I want to kill these carriers. Guardians start destroying that stuff, finally. I feel like I've been making big rounds of Zerglings, and they just don't do anything. Nice recall. Okay, you guys keep pushing up here. Depends on if white stretches across the entire bottom of the map or not. Well, they clearly don't stretch up to where blue was. So you know what? It's possible we did it. I don't know. I think we've actually done what we need here. Next thing I'm going to do is get mutas for more Gorgers, because we lost a lot of them to Storm earlier. And again, now I'm going to edit after this to decide how much of this I want to leave in. But for now, let's just keep full clearing this. My understanding is the timer there won't be a timer, or at least there wasn't in the original. I don't think there's no timer if you actually complete or if you destroy everything. We'll see. Apparently I made Scourge. Okay, keep pushing. Rally, 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 rally. Replenish the Ultralisks, and we're actually maxed out, interestingly enough. White's still wanting to try to attack in weird ways. Let's get, like, 7 Gorgers, and the rest of you can be Guardians. Never mind. Wow. Okay, this was easily the hardest map by a large margin. Like, culling was difficult, but I mean, there were ways to kind of keep aware of what was happening. This map is so large that purple and white attacks are they're very, very hard to, again, have any sort of handle on where they're going to go, etc., etc. I don't know where my Guardians ended up. I had Guardians. Yeah, look at all those starports. Ooh, baby. Just send everything down here.
Our forces are under attack.
They're still up here. We'll just send them to attack. Been shooing them away there. Yeah, once we took out that left purple base, we were solid. Yeah, there's just a lot of little things to this map that make it really, really hard. and a lot of it, I think, as I always tend to stress, a lot of it comes down to, you know, how the enemy chooses to act. Because one big staple of UEDAIP are game-ending waves. Like, the enemy will attack you and they will kill you. Like, they're not afraid to end the game, you know, and force a lose condition. And I appreciate that. But that's partly why, you know, we got some save scumming going on again. I'll do some clever editing and try and leave some of the attempts in. So you can see some of the craziness that was happening. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that I finally just gave in and decided to just, you know, let blue die. I was just so intently focused on trying to keep blue alive that I lost sight of the ball.
The crystal is being harvested. Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, cool. And then it just skips to the end. Okay, go ahead, just run back because there shouldn't be any enemies left. Okay, I have no idea how I'm gonna edit this together. But, you know, one way or another, I'll get a working video out of this. Sorry, my commentary was all over the place, I'm sure, and that's because I had to stop recording and go and do other stuff and, you know, all sorts of stuff. Yellow seems okay. I guess I wish I would have gotten them out a little earlier. Blue, I should have delayed and not gotten them so early.
Crystals are in our possession. Now, all shall tremble before the might of the swarm.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that my Hail Mary of just attack worked, and, you know, it really shouldn't be considered a Hail Mary, because that always works in UEDAIP. Like, not always, I should say, but, like, if you have a large army, but you're struggling to, like, pivot it around to do stuff, just go and attack. That's what I've learned. I honestly would have been willing to even sacrifice my main base at that point, considering, like, every time I was restarting, these giant game-ending waves would smash my ally, destroy multiple bases. I just couldn't get around the map to do anything. And a lot of it came down to needing Gorgers, which are very, very slow, and they can't use the teleporter. So because of that, that's when I decided. Because what I did was I thought, like, okay, I'm going to start recording, and let's send the Gorgers through the teleporter. This is going to be the attempt. It was the attempt, but we didn't save blue. At the end of the day, though, again, allies are there to do something. So, you know, one way or another, we're here at the end. This was an interesting map. It was very difficult. Again, it's hard to pivot enough supply to survive some of this stuff all at once while maintaining any sort of forward momentum. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.